Salman Abu Sitta is a Palestinian researcher. He writes about Palestinian refugees and the Palestinian right of return. Biography. Abu Sitta was born in 1937 into a Palestinian family with a long tradition of fierce resistance to occupiers of the land. His family's land and the village bore the name Salman Abu Sitta in Beersheba district of Palestine. One morning in April 1948, he and other schoolboys were sent home for safety reasons, after being summoned by the headmaster and told that the Jews had occupied central Palestine. Abu Sitta made the 40 kilometers journey from Beersheba town back to his home on foot, and 6 weeks later the family was attacked by the Jewish militia before Israel was declared and they became refugees in Gaza Strip. Abu Sitta moved to the prestigious Al-Saidiyu Secondary School in Cairo, Egypt, where he graduated with excellence, ranking first in Egypt. After graduating from Cairo University's Faculty of Engineering in 1958, Abu Sitta went to the United Kingdom to continue his postgraduate studies, receiving his PhD in civil engineering from one of the well-known colleges of the University of London, UCL. Member of Palestine National Council, researcher on refugee affairs and author of over 400 papers on the subject. Director of International Development and Construction Projects, founder and president of the Palestine Land Society, General Coordinator of the Right of Return Congress. Abu Sitta has engaged in debates with Israelis who profess interest in peace without the return of the refugees, including Uri Avnery and Rabbi Michael Lerner. Documentation of the 1948 Palestinian exodus. Abu Sitta has spent 40 years digging for any detail of information about or related to Palestine before, during and after al-Nakba, the destruction of Palestine. Abu Sitta's work has encompassed not only documenting the Nakba, in which over 800,000 Palestinians were largely driven from their homes and villages, but also ensuring that the memories and identity of the occupied homeland are never lost. He is regarded by Uri Avnery as perhaps the world's foremost expert on the Nakba. The documentation process began when he was 30 years old, when he stumbled on the memoirs of the Turkish chief of Beersheba, when Palestine was under Ottoman rule. The document dated back to the early years of the 20th century. It sort of started from there, and it has never stopped. Abu Sitta says, I kept collecting all and any material on every inch of my homeland. Abu Sitta's groundbreaking work was to show that the return of the refugees to the homes is not only sacred to Palestinians, legal under international law, but also feasible and possible without major dislocation to the existing Jewish settlers in Palestine. His work also includes the Compendium Atlas of Palestine 1917 to 1966. Published works: The Return Journey, Palestine Land Society, ISBN 0-9549034-1-2. Atlas of Palestine, 1917 to 1966, Palestine Land Society, ISBN 978-0-9549034-2-8. The Palestinian Nakba 1948, The Register of Depopulated Localities in Palestine, Palestinian Return Center, ISBN 1-901924-106. Articles Peace, Palestine Traces of Poison, Israel's Dark History Revealed. Geography of Occupation, Palestine Remembered, Palestine Right of Return, Sacred, Legal, and Possible. Jerusalemite, 7 June 2007. Atlas of Palestine 1948, Reconstructing Palestine. YouTube, Right of Return Conference, Day 1, Keynote Address 13 May 2013.